Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about how I got my hair back from bleach damage. I bleached my hair to go copper and I bleached it. I bleached it once, then went back dark for a few years I believe, and then went copper and bleached it again. So my hair was really damaged. It was really dry, the curl pattern was not there, it was really bad, and I loved the copper so much, but it was not sustainable for me to keep bleaching my hair, especially I feel like with curly hair, your hair is so dry anyway that it really didn't work. So in this video I'm going to be telling you all of the things that I did to get my hair back from the bleach damage. They're generally just things that I do to keep my hair healthy, to grow my hair, things like that anyway, but they are steps that definitely help to get my curls back from the bleach. Now the first thing that I did is to dye it back black. So this is not my natural hair colour. My hair colour is like a really light mousy brown, but I dyed my hair back to this dark colour, and instantly my hair, it felt like my hair was like it did like a sigh of relief. Honestly, it just felt instantly in much better condition. That is kind of your first step to get away from the bleach damage, is to not be that colour anymore. Now the next thing that I did once every week. I'm not as consistent with it now, I'm probably once every 2 weeks, is to do a treatment or a mask. These are gonna actually make your hair healthy again because it's got what your hair needs in it. It is doing what it says. It's giving it a treatment in order to make your hair healthier, and in turn it's going to bring that curl pattern back. So I would definitely invest in some good treatments. If you want to know any products I use, I posted a video 2 weeks ago on the favourite products and it's got a treatment recommendation in there. The next thing, and I know you're going to hate me, but it is to stop using heat. This is just a given anyway. I feel like everybody knows this in terms of your hair health, is to not use heat on your hair, but specifically with curls and when you're trying to get the curl pattern back, it really makes a difference. So air dry your hair as long as you possibly can. If you can do it for the whole time, amazing. And also what plays into this in not using heat is to wash your hair over the bath. So tip your head over the bath, not in the shower, and that then means that you can use a much cooler temperature of your water. So sometimes I will literally use cold water, or just do it as cold as you possibly can, and that's going to help with the heat damage as well, because you're not using like really hot water like you would if you were to wash your hair when you're showering. The next thing, to avoid mechanical damage and we're basically wanting to be really gentle with the hair as much as we can to avoid any mechanical damage as well. So you would need a satin or a silk pillowcase. So I have been using that for absolutely years, so way before I even did damage my hair from bleach, but it is something that definitely helps to keep your hair healthy and to get that health back, is to not be applying friction whenever you're sleeping, because that's just going to cause breakage. And also whenever I wear my hair now, I will use a satin scrunchie. So if I do want to wear my hair up, I like to do like a half up, half down sometimes, or a bun, I will use a satin scrunchie. No bobbles that are going to get caught and cause breakage in your hair, or nothing that's pulled too tight to make your hair like break as well. It's always something that's soft, that's going to be gentle on our hair, and even better if you get a bonnet as well. I don't actually use a bonnet because I don't like how it feels to sleep in. I wish I did. So the satin pillowcase works just fine for me. You're gonna have to bear with me guys, it is so hot today and I can't obviously have the fan on or the window open whilst filming, so we need a little break. Okay, the next thing is to use hair drinks every single time you wash your hair. These products, I could talk about these for so long, but they instantly make your hair feel so much healthier, and I really believe that that's helped the overall health and condition of my hair. So I spoke about it briefly in my video again 2 weeks ago. I spoke about the hair drinks in there, and you just literally put it on after your shampoo, before your conditioner, and the difference that it makes, it's insane. Yeah, it's literally like a spread up treatment. It goes on, you literally wash it out within like a few minutes, and the difference is already noticeable. It's amazing. I would really highly recommend that for the health of your strands, like your length and your ends of your hair. That leads me on to detangling. So you only want to detangle and brush your hair when it's wet in the shower with either kind of product on it. So what I used to use is I would detangle with my conditioner in, or a hair drink. So I would never detangle with shampoo. I then changed to detangling with shampoo, and oh my god, If you are trying to get your curl pattern back from the bleach damage, I would really highly recommend this, because what it does when you're detangling with your shampoo, it's removing all of that product buildup that you have on your hair. Like right now, I've got loads of product on my curls. That needs to come off before we go in with the products again. Otherwise you're building up and you're building up and you're building up, and your hair is never getting clean, and then it's going to be fresh when you put your products back on, and that is going to make your curls spring up more. They're going to be in their natural pattern, and it's not going to weigh the curls down. So I would really recommend that. Just make sure that you're using a moisturising shampoo and you're starting from your ends and really gently going up your hair as you're detangling. The next thing is oiling. So there's two kind of things to talk about, but the first one is scalp oiling. This is what you're going to want to do every time before you wash your hair. So I just put it on a couple of hours before I wash my hair, and I use the rosemary oil. What this does is helps to grow your hair. Now obviously this isn't kind of recovering from heat damage, but if we've bleach damaged our hair, we're going to want our hair to grow again, because I'm guessing you're like me and mine broke all the way off and I had to do a big chop. So along with keeping up your regular trims, you're kind of cutting from this end to make sure the ends are healthy, so that we're not getting the breakage, so that you're maintaining the length, but we also want our hair to grow from the root, and scalp oils definitely does that. Well, it does for me anyway. It's really, really made a difference. And then the other oil that you're going to do is put on an oil during the week. So not only after you've washed your hair, you're going to want to put the oil on throughout the days that you don't. So sometimes if I see that my hair's gotten a little bit dry, a little bit frizzy, I'll literally just get the oil, run it through my ends throughout the week, so you're keeping on top of the hydration. And the last thing that I do is I take biotin supplements. Can I speak? They are just little tablets that I get off Amazon. You literally type in biotin and just get any of them. I really like to use these, and ever since I've used them, my hair genuinely does grow now. So my hair never used to grow. Growing up, you know, all my friends at school, their hair would grow really quickly and mine never did. And so I then used to take Hair Burst, but if you actually look into it, the main ingredient that's in those that makes your hair grow is biotin. So they're a lot cheaper. Literally just to get biotin tablets is so much cheaper than like getting Hair Burst or anything like that. So I take those. I literally take it once a day in the morning, just with every other of my tablets that I take. And I genuinely believe that it has made my hair grow and past that certain length that it didn't used to grow past, if that makes sense. So they are all of my recommendations for how to get your hair back from bleach damage. I guess it applies to how to keep your hair healthy as well. I honestly, like, this is the healthiest I feel like my curls have ever looked. It's not the longest, but the length is slowly coming back from the bleach damage, and we're gonna get there again. We're gonna get the long hair again. We want long hair over here. We want healthy, juicy curls. So please leave any tips you have in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video with another vlog. Bye.